Who are you? This is the great message. Who are you? Do you know you? Excuse the wild hair, it's been done today. So if you're new to the channel, welcome back. My name's Lauren. I work with mind, body and spirit. I don't believe in labels. You can see the other ones. We've let go of labels. So we're here on an evolutionary journey, and my purpose within this life is to help you upon it. That is my divine purpose. And basically, hello. You'll have to excuse it. I've sort of angled the camera because right in front of me is the lawnmower. I've got a new lawnmower. I'm very excited. I've got to go and trim the grass and all sorts today. I just feel very much in a grounded frequency. So the message is, who are you? Do you hide who you are? So if we're going to label ourselves as such, my name's Lauren and I'm a galactic starseed who's here to help people upon their evolutionary path in all forms. Obviously complying to the 3D world, I have this and this, and that is for legalities. And I don't actually believe that labeling myself in any form is going to aid anything. All it does is feed the negative ego. So my purpose here upon this planet is to aid people upon their evolutionary path, and that's what we're here for. I bring messages from the divine. I connect with Source, God, however you see it. That connection is divine and it comes straight into me. And what I do is then I relay the messages. Sometimes the messages are muddled. I have to take some time to clarify what it's about. Now the numbers that you'll be seeing are 1555, 1515. There's great change in orchestration. And what they also said is you are evolving and you're walking into your highest timeline. Now your highest timeline, what is that? Well, if you have watched, and if you haven't, this is a necessity. It's the, what did we call it? The prophecy. It's like the evolutionary journey. And it's in meditative form. I've broken it down into chapters if it's too much for you to listen to all at once, because in human form, humans don't have the patience. But if you listen to that, you'll understand the hidden messages of your soul. Once you understand the hidden messages, you know you've made it to that point. And this is what it's about. Now, messages come in all different forms. I'm a creative energy. I'm Empress type frequency. So what happens is they come in, I relay the message in all different forms. I don't comply to society and the way things are. You know, in the spiritual world, as a spiritual teacher, you know, it's sort of like you have to do this and this. I work with mind, body and spirit. Now I probably should teach yoga and Pilates. I don't. I teach high impact fitness because that's what resonates with my soul. We are individuals, and this is what the message is all about. So who are you? My name's Lauren. I'm a galactic starseed of frequency. I connect with the higher beings. I wiggle my butt when I feel like it, and I teach dance fitness, and I release souls from a darker frequency. That is my divine purpose in all forms. What do you do? What feeds your soul? What lights you up like a firework? Who are you? Who are you? So I want you to put in comments. Now, if you struggle with learning who you are, how you address this situation, because people will say, oh, find who you are, but you don't always know how to do it, right? So the key here, and the key to finding who you truly are, is being your true authentic self. That is actually a higher vibration than love. I am also love. I love unconditionally. Now, I had a journey, and I'm telling you my story here so you can understand yours. Okay, so we learn from one another, we absorb information, and we can transmute that into power. So it's how I've taught you with darkness. So the dark side of things, because there is both dark and light, and it's how you utilize the darkness in order to feed your frequency to elevate you forward. That's true transformation and transmutation, and that is what we have to learn to do, and that is within each and every one of you. And I am here to teach you for free, because this is a free channel. I do this simply for God, in order to release you from the bounds of the three-dimensional world, to know you can elevate into this higher state of being upon the earth plane, okay? So when we speak about darkness, so when we're going through our evolutionary journey, and all of a sudden there'll be this veil lifted. It's the awakening of people's situations around you, okay? So I had this friend, and we talk about the friend lightly, who was like, you can't go on camera, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's not a friend, that's a bound, and that's a bind to 3D. You know, we call them, I suppose in my world, reptilian energy, where they're actually designed to keep you in a lower frequency. Family members can do it. You know, oh, you can't do that, that will shame the family, or you'll shame yourself by doing that. Why? Because you're authentically you. If they truly loved you unconditionally, they would not judge you for your path, would they? And that's the conformity taught by the 3D. And what we're here to do as light beings is release you from that frequency, to let you know that being the authentic you is the most beautiful thing you can possibly be. You'll have to excuse upstairs. My daughter's got a day off college and she's had a week, so we dance, right? We release that frequency and she is dancing and she's bouncing the floorboards right now. So, you know, being her authentic self, that's her freedom. That's my freedom. It's we all do it differently. She listens to different music to me, but it's her soul, right? It's her soul song is important to her, and it's about that freedom of self and expressing ourselves in ways in which we should, not the ways we're taught and the only ways we can do something as not to offend others. Now, being a light, if you're following this channel, you obviously are. We can trigger a lot of people. Actually, we're meant to trigger, like with the, you know, prophecy story. It takes people through chapter by chapter, and there are dark places in which will trigger people's energy. Now, that is actually meant to happen, because when you trigger something within another in a form, not in an aggressive form or anything like that, it's just giving them that clarity to understand who they are. It gives them that clarity to understand they need to address a certain thing within them. Now, if somebody gets triggered by your light, you need to release that person. It's as simple as that. It's not an awful thing. You know, it's just about releasing them because you actually value you. I'm sorry, just reptile interrupting there. You actually value you. It's very important to sit in your own frequency. So it's when you're empathic, when you have light, we have a tendency, and I shared this on community the other day, to overgive. You know, if somebody comes to your door and they need your energy because they need their light, they're unable to find theirs. It's not always the kindest thing in order to feed that frequency. You have to allow them to find their own light. You give people a certain amount of tools in order to combat that frequency, right? So if something comes into their world and it's chaotic, how do they address it? Do they release that fire in that instance, or do they take a step back? Now, we teach them to take a step back, address it, and you can address it from a different frequency, right? So if they're still, after a long time of you trying to teach them or being your authentic self, showing them in that form of love, they still do stuff like that, then you have to release. You have to use your discernment. And the prophecy, the evolutionary journey, talks about the step-by-step program, if you like, into your highest self. Now, we're not talking about putting yourself in another matrix. You know, that I'm going to say you have to believe this, this, and this, and this, because I don't believe in that. I believe we hold our power within us as an individual. You are on a soul evolutionary journey. We are here to guide one another. I'm not going to tell you you have to believe in God. That's up to you. That is your choice and your free will, okay? Just because I believe something, it doesn't mean you have to. So we all have our own path, and you find your own. It's just that prophecy is about holding your hand whilst you take the steps, okay? So basically what this is all about is finding who you are. Who are you? And the way we find who we are is we take a step back from the world sometimes and we go deep within, and it's really hard to do. I get it, because we have to face shadows, we have to work through a situation. Oh, yeah, they're just agreeing. The wildlife are agreeing. We have to, you know, face shadows that we don't always want to face, and it's a really difficult thing to do, and things are meant to trigger us in order to face that and heal, right? In a situation, we're on a journey. Now, also, people who have known you for a long time, they'll want to keep you in a box, right? They'll want to keep you in, this person is this person, okay? Susan, right? Susan is going to be kept in a box because I've known Susan for 20 years. Okay, but Susan is different to 3 weeks ago because she's evolving. Each and every step she takes further down her evolutionary path, her soul path, She is evolving into a different and a higher version of self. So therefore, Susan, which is Susan, has to evolve, and the person doesn't want to allow that, because this other person is worried that that person is going to overtake them. Now, this is just the negative ego from the 3D, okay? We all take a step, one step at a time, step by step. When we're ready, we will feel that vibrational frequency within us, and we can step forward with confidence. More confidence is an abundance of confidence. You know, you don't see competition in any sense. There is no competition in the higher frequencies. You just see yourself as this evolved being. And when you're journeying, you will feel a vibrational frequency of abundance come to you in all forms. It's absolutely wonderful. But we have to do the work in order to get there, right? We have to walk the path in order to get to our destination. And there's, you know, it's not a negative form. I did watch a video and I spoke to her about it, and it's very interesting. There was another beautiful light, and she's a beautiful light, talking about narcissistic spiritual teachers, and I absolutely get it, because I experienced that in my evolutionary journey. A narcissistic spiritual teacher makes you think that you're not good enough. Well, you are good enough. I'm the absolute opposite. I'm telling you, you are good enough. I just want to empower you and your vision moving forward, telling you that this power is within you. It's literally within you. And real lights in the world will tell you how powerful you are. They will never try and diminish your power. They will empower you. And it's all about empowering your light so you can shine brighter, because as we see, we are one, right? And this collective, beautiful light power that people are going to beam is changing the beautiful shift within the earth plane. So we're taking it to a higher state of consciousness. We're taking it to a higher state of evolution. And that's what we want. We want to empower you. The 3D want to keep you bound and placed within a situation, a feeling, a lack mentality, in order to have that power over you. And I want to release you. I want you to be empowered by this message. It's all about empowering you, your mind, your body, your spirit, in all aspects. Because when you're in the divine triangle and you are feeding each of those vibrations, you will get this connection to spirit. You will get this connection to your guides, your ancestors, and they will help you upon the evolutionary path. It's the most beautiful and wonderful journey ever. It's dark in places. It will trigger you in places. It will make you face things. It will make you look back and realise that that thing, although it was dark, has taught you the biggest lesson of your life. And you will transmute that into power, thanking the past. You know, and it's this transmutation of energy, you know, your own alchemy in 3D, which elevates you to a high state of consciousness. It takes you 5D and above. And then all of a sudden, you're walking through life with this abundance of light surrounding you. You are protected, you are divinely guided, you're easily connecting to spirit. Always stay grounded, always stay humble, no matter what. If you win $1 billion tomorrow, stay humble, stay kind, and feed the vibrational frequency in the correct manner. You know, we're taught that money is a negative thing. It's not, it's a tool, just like everything. Just like every tool, the evolutionary journey, the prophecy that's written is all about using the tools in which has been gifted to us. Because I didn't realise why I was a 4th generation seer, and the tools that were placed into my vibration, I didn't understand it with my, you know, divine love. I had a trigger there, right? I had to release, and then I understood, but I went within to find the answers. And then God gave me this information that I had to write down. My angels, my guides, God, it all comes from divine source to give to you, to help you upon your evolutionary path. So if you haven't seen it, just make sure you check videos. It's all there. And if you want to listen to it a chapter at a time, absolutely. Angels. Angels, hello. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, I'm looking. Yeah, so walking to your highest timeline is understanding the journey and the journey you have embarked upon. And it's listening to the universe, when to go, when to rest. It's the divine balance and orchestration of life. And when we sit in divine balance, we are in alignment with ourselves, with our highest being. Yeah, I've delivered, angels. So yeah, we've spoken about this, about diving deep into the subconscious in order to release the old programs, and how we do this is through meditation, through prayer, however you rest your soul. Okay, I love gardening, I love music, I love meditation. I'm a meditation teacher, of course I love meditation, but it's about that deep connection in, and how you find that is individual to you. There is no right way, there is no wrong way. It's about your connection. Remember that. So yeah, if you've been mocked by people, it's very hard to let go of. If you have been told you can't do this, you know, by friends, by family, by anyone, you can't be your authentic self, it sort of puts you in the box. And now what I'm saying is open that box. Be who you truly are without apology, because who you are is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So know your light is your beauty, your absolute beauty of self, and you are uniquely you. Your own blueprint is yours and yours alone, which I did in a previous video. We spoke about the blueprint of your soul and things like that. So if you want to watch it, go back. You'll find all the information. I've literally released everything for your evolutionary path. You know, these are timeless messages. These will be found when they're meant to be found by certain souls in that very moment, because that is release. I let go, let God, right? So there you go, my beautiful lights. That is your message. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And until they speak and ask me to deliver next time, enjoy the evolutionary journey and face things you need to face. Release and let go and move forward step by step. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.